The wait is finally over. For months, the drone world has been spinning in circles, chasing leaks, rumors, and quiet whispers from insiders. Every forum thread, every tech blog, every conversation seemed to return to one big question: what is DJI really planning for the Mini 5 Pro? Would it be a small step forward, just another routine refresh? Or would it completely flip the script on what we thought a compact drone could be? Now the truth is out. DJI has done something far bigger than expected. They haven't just launched a new drone. They've rewritten the rules of the entire category. The Mini 5 Pro is here, and it is shocking the industry. This is not a minor launch. It isn't about tweaking a design or slightly bumping a spec sheet. It's about changing the very definition of what a lightweight drone can deliver. For years, DJI has ruled the skies with drones like the Mavic series and the Air lineup. These machines carried enormous power, but also enormous size. On the other side sat the Mini series. Lightweight, portable, and easy to fly, but always compromised. If you wanted portability, you had to accept weaker cameras, reduced obstacle avoidance, and stripped-down intelligent modes. It was a constant trade-off: size versus power, convenience versus quality. But with the Mini 5 Pro, those trade-offs are gone. DJI has managed to bring professional-grade performance into a drone that still sits just under 250 grams. That single number, 250, might sound trivial, but in the drone world it's the most important number of all. Why does weight matter so much? Because across the globe, 250 grams is the dividing line between freedom and restriction. Stay under it, and life is simple. In most countries, you avoid complicated registrations. You skip heavy licensing. You don't drown in paperwork. You just take your drone out, unfold the arms, and fly. Cross that line, and the world changes. Suddenly you're facing red tape, legal hurdles, and strict limits on where and how you can fly. For creators, that can mean the difference between freedom and frustration. And this is the hidden brilliance of the Mini 5 Pro. DJI has managed to pack in features that once belonged only to much larger drones, the kind that weighed half a kilogram or more, but still kept this model beneath that crucial threshold. For creators, this shift is revolutionary. Just a few years ago, if you wanted a large 1-inch sensor, if you wanted advanced obstacle avoidance, if you wanted reliable tracking, you had no choice but to carry a heavier drone. And those heavier drones were amazing, yes, but they came with baggage. You had to register them. You had to follow stricter rules. And you had to lug around bulky gear that didn't exactly slip into a backpack. The Mini 5 Pro changes all of that. Suddenly, you have access to professional tools inside a body barely heavier than a smartphone. You can slide it into a jacket pocket. You can travel light. You can capture pro-level footage without fighting regulations or carrying a heavy case. That's not just an upgrade. That's liberation. In the world of aerial creativity, liberation is priceless. Now, let's talk about what makes this drone so different. One of the biggest breakthroughs is obstacle avoidance. Older Mini drones had sensors, but they were basic. They worked fine when conditions were clear and simple. But the moment you faced poor light, complex backgrounds, or unpredictable environments, they struggled. Pilots often had to fly cautiously, avoiding risky moves just to stay safe. The Mini 5 Pro changes everything. It introduces LiDAR-based obstacle detection. LiDAR, short for light detection and ranging, works by firing out pulses of laser light and reading how they bounce back. Those reflections create a detailed 3D map of the environment around the drone. Traditional vision sensors can only see. LiDAR understands. It measures distance, depth, and shape with remarkable accuracy. That means the Mini 5 Pro doesn't just react to obstacles. It predicts them. It adapts instantly. And it gives the pilot a level of confidence no previous Mini drone ever delivered. Even more impressive, LiDAR works in situations that used to break older sensors. Day or night, fog or haze, indoors or outdoors, the Mini 5 Pro keeps its bearings. Imagine flying through trees at dusk, tracking a cyclist in the morning mist, or trying to land on a moving boat at sunset. These used to be high-risk scenarios, especially for compact drones. The Mini 5 Pro can now handle them with confidence. This is more than safety. This is intelligence, built into the drone at its core. Pilots can finally focus on their creativity instead of worrying about crashes. The machine itself is watching every angle with precision faster than any human reflex. But the innovation doesn't stop at obstacle sensing. The design of the Mini 5 Pro is filled with small refinements that make a big difference. The propellers, for example, now use a simple tap and twist system. Swapping blades is faster and more secure than ever. The propeller guards have been reshaped with a swept-back design. This makes them safer and more aerodynamic, slicing through the air with less resistance. Even the tips of the propellers have been redesigned to reduce noise. Why does that matter? Because a quieter drone changes the entire experience. A quieter drone attracts less attention in cities. It feels less intrusive when filming in public. It disturbs wildlife less when shooting in nature. It makes the pilot more comfortable, the subject less nervous, and the overall flight more discreet. These may sound like small details, but in practice, they transform the experience. Of course, the centerpiece of this upgrade is the camera. For years, Mini fans have begged for a larger sensor, and now DJI has delivered. The Mini 5 Pro carries a 1-inch sensor paired with a 24mm equivalent lens and a bright f/1.8 aperture. This is a monumental leap forward. Why does size matter? Bigger sensors capture more light. More light means sharper details, richer colors, and far better performance in low light. Sunset shots no longer drown in noise. Indoor footage no longer looks grainy. Landscapes come alive with detail. Portraits gain natural depth. Everything looks cinematic. This is the kind of imaging power that used to require a drone twice the size. Now it fits into the palm of your hand. And DJI didn't stop there. The Mini 5 Pro pushes slow motion to a new level, supporting 4K recording at 120 frames per second. The Mini 4 Pro maxed out at 100 frames per second. That doesn't sound like a huge difference, but in real footage, it's dramatic. Action shots feel smoother, more dramatic, and more cinematic. Whether it's a skateboard trick, a mountain bike race, or waves crashing against rocks, the slow-motion footage feels breathtaking. On top of that, the Mini 5 Pro introduces a new 48mm mode. It's not a true optical zoom, but DJI has cleverly used the large sensor to crop in digitally with minimal quality loss. The result is flexibility like never before. Now you don't have to choose between sweeping wide landscapes and intimate close-ups. You can capture both, all with a single drone. Now, let's talk endurance. Many feared that adding LiDAR, a larger sensor, and advanced processing would eat into battery life. But DJI managed another balancing act. The Mini 5 Pro still delivers up to 36 minutes of flight. For a drone under 250 grams, that's remarkable. Could it have gone longer? Sure. But only by using a heavier battery that would push it over the legal weight limit. Instead, DJI found the sweet spot. 36 minutes is more than enough for most pilots. And with spare batteries, flights can stretch into hours. What matters isn't just how long the drone flies, but what it allows you to achieve in that time. To complement the battery life, DJI equipped the Mini 5 Pro with full omnidirectional obstacle sensing. Unlike earlier Minis that only saw forward or downward, this drone sees everything. Forward, backward, upward, downward, and sideways. Every angle is protected. This makes intelligent flight modes more powerful than ever. Active track, for example, is now reliable in situations where older drones would panic. You can run through forests, bike through city streets, or hike across rugged trails, and the drone follows without fear of slamming into a branch or a wall. For many pilots, this is the first time they can truly trust a compact drone to handle complex environments with confidence. And let's return to that magic number, 250 grams. Around the world, laws are tightening. Governments are drawing hard lines by weight. Cross the line, and your sky shrinks. Stay under, and the world remains open. DJI could have made this drone heavier. They could have chased even longer battery life or packed in even more features. But they understood something bigger. Pilots don't just want power. They want freedom. By keeping the Mini 5 Pro under the limit, DJI gave pilots more than a tool. They gave them permission to fly anywhere, anytime, without drowning in paperwork. This isn't just a technical decision. It's a philosophy. It's about keeping creativity accessible without walls or restrictions. The Mini 5 Pro proves you no longer have to choose between quality and convenience. For the first time, you can have both. Professional-grade imaging. Advanced obstacle avoidance. Intelligent flight features. Strong endurance. Cinematic performance. All of it, in a package that fits in the palm of your hand. This is more than an upgrade to the Mini line. It's a reset. It's a new definition of what a compact drone can be. For hobbyists, it's an invitation to explore without limits. For professionals, it's a tool small enough to carry anywhere, but powerful enough to trust with serious projects. And for DJI, it's a reminder of why they dominate this industry. They don't just follow the rules. They rewrite them.